Howard Love, The Startup JCurve, The 6 Steps to Entrepreneurial Success. Embarking on a startup journey can be both exhilarating and daunting, but understanding the key stages of development can greatly improve your chances of success. In his book, The Startup JCurve, Howard Love guides entrepreneurs through 6 crucial steps: create, release, morph, model, scale, and harvest. Each of these stages plays a critical role in building a thriving business, from sparking the idea to cashing out when the time is right. Entrepreneurs must learn to be flexible, agile, and responsive to customer feedback throughout this process, transforming their original concepts into innovative and profitable enterprises.
The Startup JCurve. The journey of every successful startup can be visualized through the 6 stages of the Startup JCurve. The first 4 stages, create, release, morph, and model, make up the challenging valley of death, while the scale and harvest stages represent profitable growth. More than 90% of startups have to pivot their initial business plans several times before they achieve success. The key is to stay flexible, prioritize customer feedback over sales, and focus on iterations, not the original product concept. Entrepreneurs must make smart moves at each stage and avoid premature scaling, which can lead to disaster. To capitalize on this predictable pattern, entrepreneurs should be serious about the long-term horizon and understand the value journey of enterprise creation. Successful entrepreneurship, iterations and execution matter more than the initial idea. The create phase of entrepreneurship is about raising money and developing a one-of-a-kind product or service that solves a problem. The idea, team, and money are crucial at this stage. However, a good idea alone cannot guarantee success. It is execution that matters. Uber's success was not due to its initial idea, but the excellent execution and iterative improvements it made to its app. Flexibility, agility, and feedback are more important than sticking to the original plan. As such, 90% of startups often require drastic changes to their original plan as they grow. To present a business plan, entrepreneurs should create a PowerPoint pitch deck that covers company purpose, problem, solution, market size, competition, product, business model, team, and financials. Release and iterate. The key to a successful product launch is to avoid procrastination and perfectionism. The initial offering should be a minimum viable product, MVP, which allows for testing and improvement based on customer feedback. Having limited funds helps to focus on mission-critical matters and make quicker decisions. A case in point is Lee Iacocca, who revived Chrysler by releasing a convertible without waiting for the engineers to reinvent the wheel. Testing the MVP, listening to customer reactions, and iterating are key ingredients to succeed in the marketplace. Morph to succeed. The path to success for most startups involves morphing their original product or strategy based on customer feedback. The key is to be flexible and iterate until you find what works. Starting a successful business is no easy feat. Most startups do not hit it big with their first product or idea. It usually takes a lot of trial and error, learning from mistakes, and ultimately morphing the product or strategy. This morph represents a significant shift from the original idea and is necessary for success. Often, the end product looks nothing like the initial idea, and that's okay. William Wrigley, for example, started with baking powder and soap but found people loved the chewing gum he gave away as a bonus. He was flexible enough to pivot and make gum his primary offering, which ultimately led to his success. This ability to be flexible and try new things is crucial for any startup. It's also crucial not to get bogged down by the idea that you need a lot of money to get started. While a certain amount of funding is necessary, often it's less than you initially think. Most successful startups' products and strategies change significantly from the original concept, based on customer feedback. The key to success is iterating and changing until you find what works. The only failure that counts is entrepreneurial failure. So don't be afraid to morph, change, and iterate again and again for ultimate success. Boosting your business model. You already have a thriving customer base, and your primary goal is generating cash flow. But to take your business to the next level, you need to reevaluate your business model. As you iterate and improve your products/services, your original business model may no longer be sufficient. To become a billion-dollar company, you must be willing to turn down offers of millions along the way. To scale your business, you must focus on high profit margins, low friction, high leverage, network effects, repeatability, and scalability in your business model. You need to test and validate your hypothesis with customers and find out what works best for the business. Keep costs down, maximize profit, and understand that things may not always work out, but the potential rewards are worth the risk. By carefully crafting your business model, you can move smoothly through the critical stages of growth and drive your business to new heights. Scaling up successfully. Scaling up a business requires a delicate balance of timing and managing new processes and people. The initial scale phase is crucial, as entrepreneurs must transition from comfortable startup mode to larger organizations with new levels of management. To avoid failure, it's essential to establish a business model and customer traction before scaling up. Timing is critical, as scaling too soon can result in blowing up the company, while waiting too long leaves room for competitors to take over the market share. Scaling costs a lot, and entrepreneurs may consider venture capitalists for specialized capital to grow their business. Navigating the lifecycle of a startup. Congratulations! Your startup is now a profitable business. But as you move forward, it's crucial to understand the different stages of a startup lifecycle. Starting a business is immensely challenging and takes a great amount of effort, both physically and emotionally. However, reaching the scale stage where your organization grows by 100% to 200% makes up for it all. But it's essential to realize that as you progress, you need to adapt your strategies accordingly. It's common to see growth rates slow down during the harvest phase. However, even at a 30% to 40% rate, this outdoes the average 5% growth of the S&P 500. It's also vital to keep compound interest in mind. As your startup becomes increasingly valuable, liquidity options, such as launching an IPO or selling the company, should be considered. Of course, it's not a smooth path as failures are inevitable. However, it provides you with information to improve your next product. In conclusion, during this fun time of making puffball decisions, pacing yourself and adapting to your company's changing needs can play a pivotal role in ensuring its success. The Art of Ramen Profitability. Building a business that sustains and grows without constantly needing to raise capital is the ultimate goal of any entrepreneur. Achieving ramen profitability means generating enough sales to cover your living expenses on a tight budget, a sign that your business is earning real money. Attracting investors becomes easier once you reach this stage, but it's important to approach dozens of investment sources simultaneously to secure funding from one or two. The key is to prioritize sound financial management and scalability over rapid growth at any cost. Embracing failure for business success. Startup failures can either be tactical or operational, or catastrophic. While catastrophic failures can be avoided, tactical failures should be embraced as valuable learning experiences. Failure provides an opportunity to morph your product, service, or business model for the better and achieve customer traction and sustained revenue. Thus, entrepreneurs should welcome and learn from their failures, as it is an essential part of the journey toward success. The traits of a successful entrepreneur. Every entrepreneur faces obstacles and crises, but the ability to overcome them is what defines success. A startup requires strength and determination to navigate the challenges that come with it. Passion for your goals and using fear of failure as a motivator can help drive success. Perseverance is key to coming out on top and achieving greatness. With these traits and a willingness to face difficulty head-on, anyone can become a successful entrepreneur. Promoting entrepreneurial spirit in big corporations. To foster innovation in big corporations, senior executives should implement a three-phase approach. They should create a small secret team that continuously tries new things, launches innovative products as beta, and morphs continually until the product finds the consumer sweet spot. While large corporations excel at model, scale, and harvest phases, they lack innovation and take a risk-averse approach. To encourage an entrepreneurial spirit, big corporations must embrace failure and take calculated risks to innovate further. Building a successful startup. Starting a business requires financial preparedness, patience, and persistence. Experts recommend that entrepreneurs should be financially prepared to weather through 6 to 8 years of business drought before hitting a milestone. Reduce expenses and secure as much funding as possible to ensure survival.
The road to startup success is lined with challenges, but it is the entrepreneur's ability to navigate the stages of the J-curve that sets them apart from the competition. The 6 phases outlined by Howard Love offer a blueprint for transforming an initial idea into a flourishing business, as they emphasize the importance of flexibility and customer feedback in refining and iterating the product concept. By understanding and anticipating the hurdles of each stage, entrepreneurs are better positioned to propel their businesses into the realm of profitability and growth. Ultimately, it is this unwavering commitment to continuous improvement and adaptation that will mark the difference between a struggling startup and a sustainable, successful enterprise.